Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. Today's video is the third one in our series of videos regarding PhD. In today's video, we are going to see how to prepare research proposal for your interview. It does not matter which university you are targeting at, the admission process and the examination is more or less same for all the universities. There will be a written exam that you need to crack if you do not have NET, SLET, or if you are not a judge, or some other criteria might be there. So once you crack that written examination, or if you have NET or SLET, then you would directly come to the second stage of presenting your topic, and that is the stage where you need to submit a proposal. Now, what is a research proposal? Proposal as in you want to propose a topic on which you want to continue with your research. So whatever is your area of interest, if it's labor laws, you will select one specific topic from labor laws, and then you need to propose that I want to do research on this specific topic. Candidates often get confused on how to start with a research proposal, what all things we should write, what all things we should not write, and many other questions. I will try to answer all of those questions which you might be having. In case there are any more points regarding which you need a clarification, you can leave that in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer them. Now, first thing that I will tell you is you should not bother yourself with how will I be able to write the research proposal, because that is like the third thing which would come. First thing is that we need to have a topic where we have interest, because you are going to invest around 2, 3 or maybe 5 years studying on that topic. So it's very important that you should feel for this topic, you should have interest in this topic. To be very frank, when I was doing LLM, I was not having any topics as such in my mind. Just like most of the other students, I would also go to my professors and would ask, please suggest a topic on which I can do PhD. And one of the professors in fact told us that it's not that you would go to someone and ask for a topic. It should come from your own. You should feel for the topic and only then you should proceed ahead. And after waiting for 3-4 years, I finally felt that okay fine, here is the topic where I would like to continue with my research. And that is the time when I appeared for the exam. So same thing you can also do. It's not a bad idea. You can look for topics on the internet and you can try to figure out if you are interested on any of those topics or not. If you are interested, you can surely go ahead with the topic. Once you had the topic decided and you are very much sure that you would like to continue studying on the topic, then you can actually apply for the exam and then you can clear the written exam. Once you are done with both these two stages, then comes your research proposal stage. How you need to write the research proposal, that would vary depending on your university. But again, more or less it's same for all the universities. Some universities may simply give you a word limit. They might tell you that within 1000 words, within 1500 words or 3000 words, you need to submit a research proposal. And they may not specifically tell you that you need to write hypotheses, you need to write objectives, you need to write this, that. They may not tell you or they may tell you. Alright, so you need to wait for the notification. Like before applying also, you can do your own bit of research and prepare like a framework of the research proposal, so that you can at a later stage slightly modify it and then submit it. That's also a good idea. You can keep it ready as well. But at the final stage, you need to wait for the notification of your specific university, read it properly and try to figure out what are the specific things that they are asking for. In my case, we were clearly told that we need to submit a research proposal in around 1000 words and it should have hypothesis, statement of problem, research outline, set of research questions, proposed research methodology and survey of literature. So what I basically did is I started writing the research proposal in a Word document. I basically inserted all those 5-6 different points and then started filling inside it whatever I had to write. Now there are 3 mistakes that I did in my research proposal. or maybe there are 3 grounds where I should have maybe improved my research proposal. So I'm going to share all those 3 different mistakes so that you can rectify them, right? You do not commit those same mistakes. First one is that even if they have mentioned specifically that it should be within 1000 words, you can exceed a little bit. Like my research proposal was around 1200 to 1300 words, and they did not mind it, but rather they were asking me that why have you not written much on literature review and other stuff. So I think even if it's 1000 words, maybe you can exceed it up to 1600 or 1700, and the university would not mind, I think. Second thing is that even though they have mentioned those 5-6 different things, within those 5-6 different things also there are certain points where they would pay more focus, like your hypothesis, research questions, and your literature review. Maybe they would not be much bothered about your research design or research outline, how many chapters you are planning to put and all that stuff. But literature review would become very important. So maybe in research outline you can just write it in few sentences, and then you can keep the literature review like wide. And then maybe in literature review you can try to include more books, because that will give weightage to your proposal. In my case, I thought that I will just write proper literature review of 2 books. So I did accordingly, because there was a word limit. I just wrote properly review of 2 literatures. But in the interview, I was asked a question that why have I only mentioned regarding 2 books, because it would be very difficult in that case for the committee to know whether I have actually read more literature on the topic or not. I told them that because there was word limit, and also because I wanted to write properly whatever I am writing, so I have only mentioned regarding 2 books. But they suggested that rather than writing properly regarding 2 books, maybe in 1 or 2 sentences you could have written regarding 5 or 6 different books, or maybe 8 or 9 different books. So I would suggest that rather than focusing on making the literature review proper and complete, you can try to include more literatures, so that will give weightage to your proposal. Not mention that you need to put footnotes or you need to give references and all that stuff. And accordingly, I also thought that maybe it's not necessary, like it was completely out of my mind. So I also did not insert any of those things. But then my sister suggested that I should include all of those things, because again it will give weightage. So accordingly, you can also follow all those 3 different steps and make sure you do not repeat the same mistakes like I did. Also, it's a good idea that you get your research proposal reviewed by someone who has got some experience before submitting it to the university. I got mine reviewed by my sister, who is also doing PhD. Once you have the proposal ready, you can go through it one more time just to ensure everything is proper, correct, and in the proper format. Again, just before submissions, I would suggest that you read the notification one more time just to ensure you have followed all the things that were mentioned in the notification. Like in my case, they mentioned a date, I think before 10th of something, we had to submit. So I was waiting for that last day. Alright, so I thought that maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock I will send them by email, right? I had to mail it to the university. So I thought that at the last moment I would mail. And I was about to mail like a Word document, and at that time only I came across the notification, and it was mentioned that we need to submit like a PDF format of it. So make sure that just before submitting, right, you read the notification properly, so that you are not doing those sort of mistake that they are asking for PDF format and you are sending in words, because in words there might be slight alignment issues and other stuff, right, if it's opened in another laptop. So whatever they have mentioned, you need to follow accordingly. So the final suggestion would be that read the notification as many times as you can and as properly and clearly as you can. So that's all for this video. I hope you found this video helpful. In case you did, make sure to like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. In case you want to know in detail about all those different headings that were given from the university, what you need to write, how you need to proceed with it, you can let me know that in the comment section below, and I would be happy to make a video on that topic. That's all for today. Bye bye.